This is the story of how I ended up in court because of my drunk friends. It was our senior year, and my friends were desperate to throw a party with adult drinks. But we didn't have a place to throw the party. No one could convince their parents to host the party at their house. So, my dumb friends came up with the brilliant idea of having it on the school's football field. If you guys want to die, go ahead. But I'm not part of this.
Boring.
Netflix and chill, oh yeah! Suddenly, in the middle of the night, I get a call.
Chloe girl, they're looking for us. Come get us.
Where are you?
In a dumpster.
What? Really?
Please, please, please.
The police had shown up at the party, and my friends had to run away. Obviously, I wanted them to get home safe, so I had no choice but to sneak out to go get them. I even had to borrow my mom's car so everyone could fit. The things I do for being a good friend. I ended up with 9 drunk souls stuffed in the car. Hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
You should have come. We had the time of our lives. Well, the last part when we had to run for our lives, not so much.
We had already dropped off the first 2 at their houses when my friend David started panicking.
OMG, Chloe, turn back now.
What? No way, David, why?
It's because we left the beer pong table on the field.
So what? Get a new one.
Well, David Miller's beer pong table, property of David Miller, do not touch except for David Miller.
Mom didn't take folic acid, I bet.
Sorry.
We were barely getting close to the area when suddenly 2 police cars showed up and completely blocked our way. I told you.
Now what do we do?
I was frozen.
Good evening, miss.
I didn't do it. I'm innocent. I mean, good evening, officer.
Your license and vehicle registration.
I wanted to kill my friends. I just prayed that the cops wouldn't take my mom's car. Here you go, officer. I just came to pick up my friends to take them home safe and sound. But the cops kept asking me all kinds of questions.
What color is my underwear?
But I went pale when they asked if we had any adult drinks with us. All right, you fools. If anyone has anything, get out of the car, now. David took everyone's backpacks.
I volunteer as tribute.
The cops took everything from the backpacks and then came back to my window.
Sorry, miss, but I have to give you not 1, not 2, but 4 tickets.
What? Why?
Hit it, partner. The first is for trespassing on private property.
Which was false because we never went back to the field.
The second is for drinking adult beverages.
Which also wasn't true because everything they took was completely sealed.
The third is for driving with an expired driver's license.
All right, my bad.
And the fourth is for having too many people in the car.
What I got for being a responsible teenager. I was the only one who got punished. The cops didn't even ask my friends for their names.
Surely you were the troublemaker, right?
But I wasn't.
Take them all home and then go straight house. Understood?
I don't care how, but you're all going to pitch in to pay these fines. I told you it was a dumb idea, and for helping you guys, I ended up busted. All right, get lost. I had to drive all over the city to drop off my stupid friends. Plus, I went to bed knowing that the next day I'd have to deal with my mom. Next morning.
Let me get this straight, Chloe. You were the only one who got tickets?
Yes. My mom turned into the devil himself.
I told you to renew your license, you fool.
Sorry, Mom. I'm the worst.
I don't know how you're gonna do it, but you're paying those fines. And don't start crying. Text your uncle right now.
My uncle is a cop. He'd know what to do.
And you took your mom's car too.
Sorry.
And without a license, come on, Chloe.
Yeah, Uncle, I'm stupid.
And that friend of yours, David, I always told you not to hang out with those troublemakers.
Uncle, help me! What am I gonna do? Although there were several charges, it would be enough to plead guilty and pay the fines, which wasn't cheap at all.
You have 3 months to pay, young lady, so get to work.
I spent the next months chasing my friends to help me raise the money for the fines. Any job will work, so let's get to work. This is our goal. We did all kinds of activities to raise funds. Garage sales,
Pay 1, take 2.
hot dog sales. Not those. And hamburgers.
The best in town.
Even a car wash service at your doorstep. and all kinds of crazy stuff that ended up being super fun. We did it! The deadline to pay the fines arrived and I was ready.
Good luck with your paperwork. No mistakes, okay? I'll be back in 2 days. Behave and don't let any of your troublemaking friends over.
I went straight to town hall to settle my debt with society and close this tragic chapter of my life. Here's the money.
Sorry, miss, but that's not gonna be enough.
What?
Guards,
Yes, sir.
throw her to the lions.
No!
Haha, always wanted to do that. But seriously, you can't just plead guilty and pay. You have a court summons. You'll have to talk to the judge and all.
Are you serious?
Your hearing is in an hour.
But
No buts, chop chop.
my useless uncle hadn't looked closely at the tickets. There I was, about to be jailed, without my parents, without a lawyer, and without dignity. There was less than an hour before my turn, so I calmly went home to put on something appropriate and not look like a crazy person. And since I didn't have a lawyer, the court appointed one for me.
Let's stay calm, okay? Now tell me everything, dear.
Okay, just what I needed. Another scold.
What were you thinking? Going back for the table? Did you hear, sir? They gave this girl a ticket for stealing her mom's car.
Shame on you.
The humiliation didn't stop. Are we done?
And the license thing was your fault, too.
I know! The lawyer explained that although I was guilty, all my tickets were nothing compared to the usual cases.
I'm going to talk to the judge to see if we can get you out of here as soon as possible.
He told me to stay calm, but I was more nervous than when I took my first test. Eye test. What did you think? Haha! Finally, we entered the courtroom. I was making a superhuman effort not to throw up.
Order in the court. Next case, Mrs. Mun Liang.
Finally, it was my turn, and I had to tell the judge my whole story. I just prayed they'd let me go home.
That's what you get for sneaking out so late.
And she stole her mom's car. You heard that? And she doesn't have a license either.
All right, enough. Order in the court. This is serious. Chloe, step up to the stand.
I didn't know if that was good or bad. I was terrified.
First of all, I want us to give a round of applause to this young lady, who, although naively, only tried to help her friends when they needed her the most. And that's worth gold. Second, Chloe, I want you to promise me 2 things.
The first was that first thing the next morning, I'd go renew my driver's license. Yes, ma'am. And the second was to keep the money for the fines.
Keep that money, but don't tell your friends.
Really?
Use it for something useful, okay? And from me, tell your parents they did an excellent job raising you.
Now, I have an incredible computer sponsored by my friends. But they don't need to know. Haha. Let's watch the next video.